Hey friends, welcome into my channel. My name is Jackie Alves, and today I'm coming to you, of course, from my beautiful makeup studio in Arizona where I live. And I'm excited to do a quick and easy makeup for you today. Mr. Alves is out of town, and so he won't be back until tomorrow. I've got a lunch planned with some girlfriends today, but it's warm outside as usual. I live in Arizona, and I'm not gonna go all out. It's actually just gonna be some lightweight, quick, easy. I'm gonna go shopping, have some lunch, and run some errands. So I don't wanna have like a full face, not gonna do anything extravagant, just gonna do a beautiful makeup look for you. So today I'm gonna start with some setting spray. Now this is just a really kind of basic setting spray. I'm not gonna use primer today. This setting spray has coconut water and aloe in it, so it's really lightweight, but it's gonna help with my foundation application. It's gonna help it last longer like a primer would, but I don't want a thick primer today because I'm gonna be using a serum foundation. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, lately putting skincare in the makeup is super popular, and I really like it. This serum foundation has hyaluronic acid in it. This one is by Jafra Cosmetics. It is their Advanced Silk Serum Foundation. And I'm just gonna slap it on with my fingers. Check me out. Especially if I'm doing something quick and I don't need like this massive look to last, you know, or be extravagant. I do just use my fingers. Weird, huh? That's one of the things I love doing on this channel, is just being really real with you guys. I've been a makeup artist for 33 years, which is like forever in makeup artist world. But I don't like telling you guys that you need to use all the things, all the tools, try all the stuff, all the pro tips and tricks and all the things. I mean, I've got a lot of tips and tricks, but good grief. I don't think that needs to include buy, you know, this super brush number 240E and all 87 other brushes just for your eyes. Now let's move to the 27 brushes just for your sculpting contour. Like, it's okay if you need those brushes, and especially if you are a professional, there are times that are gonna call for that. But it's not today, Peanut. It's not today. All right, I'm gonna make sure I got it in the cracks of my nose. And I do like to get a little bit on my lips, especially because it's serum foundation. It's more lightweight than, you know, your average bear. And, well, I don't think bears are lightweight, but anyway, you don't need to put it on the way you do regular foundation, because see how it just evened out my skin tone? Even my red chest, it really evened that out nice. I am gonna probably spray some sunscreen here before I go. I don't use a lot of sunscreen on my face, but this gets a lot of sun damage. So I am a little more careful if I'm gonna be exposed like I am today. I mean, this is mass exposure for me, but it's warm, you know, it's a lunch with girlfriends, whatever. All right, now I'm gonna use another serum foundation for a quick glow. Like, you know, contour, cream contour, all that jazz, I really, really love. But like I said, today I am keeping a really pretty lightweight look. We're just gonna go to lunch. It's one of my friend's birthday today, but I still wanna add that dimension, like especially under my jaw. You guys, this turkey gobble thing that I have, it needs a little shading. If I leave it bright and white, it's gonna look more obvious. So I just add a little bit deeper foundation. So the one that I used on my whole face, the shade is called Natural in the serum foundation. And this one is called Cappuccino because it's a more kind of neutral, deeper shade. So it's not quite as orange or gold as some of the others. And just with a tiny, tiny bit, I just add a nice little glow to the outer perimeters. And I'm just using a fat, fluffy brush. Fat and fluffy. That's how I was feeling this morning. I got up this morning and I was like, I don't know if you guys ever feel bloated or just plain swollen, sometimes more than others. I mean, you know, my weight is gonna probably be a struggle till the end of time. The end of time. But to feel like I woke up and my rings won't move on my fingers, that's frustrating, especially when I didn't eat a bunch of salt. None of the things you would naturally assume, but who knows? You know, bodies are weird. Really weird. Okay, so now I don't want to powder up this. Whoa, this looks pretty. I just got to look at myself in the regular mirror, and I like this. It's so nice and with minimal effort. Okay, so I don't want to cake and bake with a bunch of powder. I want to leave the luminous, really pretty look. I'm going to bring down some of the what's left in the brush of that a little bit deeper, just to bronze up a little bit. I mean, this is, like I said, this is a pretty good amount of skin exposure for me. All right. But what I was saying about not caking and baking, I want to leave a glow. I'm just going to use this Photo Set Powder by Jafra. Now, just a good translucent is what I recommend. If you've got one, I'm not saying you need to buy anything that I'm showing you. You, of course, can grab the links in my description for any of the products that I actually do have in my shop that you can purchase from me. But I'm going to use a few things that I don't have links to because I don't sell them. And I'm not that kind of influencer where I have, you know, I don't know, here's my discount code, blah, blah. Like, I'm just a regular makeup artist showing you some good stuff. But what I'm trying to get at is, if you've got a translucent powder that you love, just use that one. I'm not saying you have to buy new stuff. Use what you've got if you've got it. If you're in the market for something new, grab it from me. All right, I am going to go ahead and do a little bit of blush. Now, I'm going to use a cream blush, you guys, and I didn't put a bunch of powder right here. And especially because I used this lightweight Photo Set powder. It's super fine in consistency, so it doesn't cake up or bake up on you. So I can put a little bit of cream over it. If I was going to use a heavier powder, I probably would have done my cream blush first and then powdered over it. But because of the consistency of these products just being light and powdery, I don't have to be super concerned with that. So that's another reason I like these particular formulas that I'm working with right now, because they're so simple. It doesn't have to be so difficult. All right, so I'm gonna take this cream blush. The shade is called Merlot-ish, because it is sort of like Merlot. So it's Merlot-ish. I'm gonna go ahead and put some right here on my cheeks. And I'm just using my 2 middle fingers, and now I'll just buff it with that same brush I used for foundation. And it's just a really pretty, it's kind of a cool color, but I do really like it. That's really nice and pretty natural looking too. Now, starting back by the hairline, fade it toward the nose, you guys. Don't just start popping and plopping. Get it a little bit darker towards the hairline, fade toward the nose, okay? That'll keep you from having those, like, you know, crazy 2016 clown circles. Everybody got really weird with their blush there for a little while. I mean, it was just as weird in the 80s, though, because remember, we would just put a little stripe back here with that sad little blush brush. And remember, those little blush brushes were in the compact, and they would get like totally like matted up because there you were just making your little stripes. I don't know, maybe it was just me and all of my friends. We all had that nasty little blush compact with the crazy little brush. Okay, so I'm gonna take my brush again. I'm wondering something. If I could just put it directly on the brush, because this is a fat fluffy. You know what, I think that works just as good. To save yourself a step, you can go directly onto the brush. I kind of like that. Now, I don't even know this brand. These are pretty cheap. I just got these off Amazon, you guys. A whole entire big fatty set for like 25 bucks. So don't feel like you have to use super expensive brushes either, because I'm not a huge fan of that. Now, I do believe you get what you pay for sometimes. But with brushes, I'm not afraid to throw them away after a little while because they were cheaper, rather than if I spent a ton of money and now I'm like, oh, I don't want to throw this away. You know, so I don't mind if it's like less expensive. I can get rid of them faster. I don't know if that made sense, but if you've been watching me for any amount of time, it's okay if I don't make sense sometimes. You already understand that. Let's move along. Go to some eyeshadow. And now I've got Merlot-ish, on my eyes. So I'm gonna kind of stay in that zone. So I've got some pretty like pinkish type shades right here I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna start with the cream shade. I always like base my eyeshadow with that. And then I'll go to this sort of Merlot-ish looking shade here, and then a darker one here. So I'm gonna do 3, yeah, which may sound complicated, but check me out. So the other day I'm standing here with Desiree, one of the makeup artists that works here at the beauty bar with me. She's super cute, you guys. She's only like 25 or 26 years old. And you know, she does all the things. And she's watching me and I'm doing my eyeshadow. She's like, how do you do that so fast? I'm like, cause I just don't care as much as you do. I can't get in there with all the details all the time. So I've got some of that cream colored eyeshadow here on my fat brush. And you guys, this is a Real Techniques brush. That brand is really great for brushes. Really lightweight, easy to wash. I haven't destroyed any of them yet, so I think they've got good longevity. All right, I'm gonna go to that second shade, which is a little bit of a Merlot color. It's kind of a warm pink, I don't know. But I'm just staying in that range that complements the blush that I just used because I really like it, it's pretty. And look, I still have the fat brush and I'm just jiggling it into my crease. I'm not really interested in doing some super trendy glitter cut crease and all the things. I'm just here trying to add some dimension to my hooded lids. That's all. And see how I'm getting it up further towards my brow than you think I should. And I always say, bring it up further than you think, ladies, because you know what? You're putting it in your little tiny crease with your hooded lid like me, and then you open your eyes and it's gone. You're like, why do I bother? Well, it's because you got to bring it up higher. That's why. So keep bothering. Let me find the right brush. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to find my crease brush. Now this one's kind of fat, you can see, but in like holding it next to my crease, you see it's gonna be a good size. So if you have a smaller crease than me, just get a smaller crease brush. Okay, I'm gonna go in for that deeper shade that was kind of a plum-ish color. So I'm not really doing like purple or even necessarily plum. These are just some shades that are sort of on the plum side. And I'm just putting it in my crease here. And you can see it's just deepening. I'm gonna bring it up towards my brow. Let me come in. There we go. And hey, you guys, I hope you saw my 90s tutorial I just did recently. I think that, as a matter of fact, it was the last one that I did. It was really good and so much fun. We did so much singing in that one. Oops, that was a little too much. We did so much singing in that one. And some throwbacks to the late 80s and early 90s. Man, I was on my Bon Jovi game in that one. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. All right, so I accidentally got too much on this eye, so I'm just adding a little more over here. And then bring it up towards my brow with my handy dandy windshield wiper method. And look how sloppy I am, because it doesn't have to be so hard. You guys, I don't want you to think it has to be so dang difficult to get a decent makeup. All right, I'm gonna go back in with that plum. It's almost like a purpley brown, guys. And I'll do this side. So I'm just taking the deeper shade and putting it on bottom with a teeny smudger brush. I use this one all the time. It's a Real Techniques little eyeshadow smudger. Like, I can't hang without that brush. It's really good. All right, so I think I'm done with that eyeshadow palette. That was fancy, huh? Palette. All right, now I've got my Roll Up black eyeliner. It's a gel formula, which I highly recommend if you have hooded lids, because gel just typically will dry different. it dries a little bit more stay put. All right, that's good. Okay, so yeah, so with Mr. Alves being out of town, he's been out for a few days now, seeing a friend of his that lives up in Oregon. And so I've had the house to myself. You guys know we're empty nesters, so if Mr. Alves isn't there, it's fully empty. And I'm like, I can do whatever I want. Yeah, like I'm gonna eat all the food and watch the TV and make a mess. And it's so dumb because I don't do any of that. I act like, you know, my parents are gone and I'm gonna have a party. The only person I would invite to my party is Mr. Alves, and he's not there. So I don't really know what to do. I guess nothing. But see, he works from home, so he's there a lot, like all the time. Like all the time. And so I was convinced I was going to do something amazing, like something really rebellious, like clean out the pantry or something. Get rid of all of something while he's gone. I don't even know. See how sad I am, you guys? But instead, guess what I did? I ate almonds and cheese in bed last night. Like all the things it's not that he cares, like he really doesn't care what I do, but there's just certain things, you know, you don't do when they're around. Oh, and you guys know I have false teeth. My upper teeth are false. Really quick, you guys. So if you don't know me, and you're fairly new to my channel, I was a drug addict and an alcoholic almost my whole entire life. I'm coming on 12 years sober. Yeah, buddy. And so this month actually is gonna be 12 years. But okay, so thank you. Jesus totally saved my life, set me free, and I have a completely different life now. So I'm super happy about that. But false teeth, sometimes, you know, when you have beat up your body for a really long time like I did, you know, you wind up with rotten teeth. And so praise the Lord, I actually got some new teeth, but they are just regular false teeth. Like I didn't get a smile makeover that costs $1 bazillion and I have implants and all the things. I just have an upper plate that comes out. Not glamorous, I know, right? But the thing is, I'm super thankful for them, because now I can smile, and how amazing I feel on the inside can reflect to the outside. See? Anyway, point being, Mr. Alves out of town. I can take out my teeth and like let them soak and clean them and all the things like I don't do very often, because it's not that I'm embarrassed to be around him with no teeth. It's just that, can't believe I'm telling you guys this. Clearly, I love you all, and really consider some of you I really have made a connection with, and I'm thankful for you and truly love you. But obviously I think we're besties because I'm sharing some stuff with you. But anyway, so I've got my fat triangle eyeliner done here. I'm going to use my smudger brush and just soften it because I know it's not even, because you know I'm blind as a bat almost. So let me smudge this out. But when Mr. Alves is not there, I can like not have my teeth in for a little while and give them a good cleaning and just be a little more comfortable sometimes. Sorry if that grosses you out. But it's real. And I haven't even been doing all these things. Like I feel so funny when he's gone, like I should rent a bouncy house or something. But I haven't been doing any of the things. I've just been kind of hanging out at home. It's like I have enjoyed the silence or something. And it's like my mind has had a Sabbath, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like I just got home and just went brain dead a couple of times, but in a good way, you know, to just decompress. So it's been a good thing. I haven't done the things I said I was gonna do, but I have enjoyed it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and darken up my eyebrows with some eyeshadow, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just put a little bit of brow powder over my brows because I have that permanent makeup on, which by the way, I love, but you know, you get foundation on them and you gotta deepen them back up a little bit. Okay, I'm hopping over to mascara, if I can get it open. There we go. So this one is the new Confident Mascara by Jafra. I'm getting a lot of great suggestions for mascara, and I've got like 3 new ones I've got to try because you guys are so cool to share your favorites with me. I like this one for just everyday mascara, you know, if I'm not gonna wear falsies, because it's got the curved brush. And I do, honestly, I like a silicone brush a lot too, but today I'm just gonna use a curved one. Ooh, let me get that off the end. I'm gonna get that in my eye. All right. Just gonna do a little bit of a build up. So last night, remember I told you I'm home alone right now, and last night, of course, I have to hear noises outside. And I'm not necessarily afraid of the dark like I used to be, but I definitely have a heightened awareness of my aloneness at night. So I heard some noises, and it didn't necessarily scare me, but I was a little concerned. And then I'm like looking out the window just to see what it was, because I also didn't know if something fell over in the backyard. So I'm just looking, and I hear in the back of my head, I always feel like somebody's watching me. And I was like, that's a horrible song. You know, sometimes when we remember songs and then we think back to like what the actual words were, because maybe it didn't dawn on you when you were a kid or a teenager, and I think about the words, I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible. Like there I was, I think at like, I don't know, 10, no, maybe like 12. And I'm singing to myself like, I wanna sex you up. What? No, I was probably like 12 or 13. And I'm just singing it, doing my thing. And then my mom's like, I'm sorry, what? You know, and it didn't have hidden meanings like Hotel California. Like people were just singing that, not realizing what was going on. But I wanna sex you up was pretty blatant. And there I was, just singing it. Not really thinking, you know, what I was singing. It was just something I heard on the radio. But anyway, so I'm singing, I always feel like somebody's watching me last night when I'm home alone. And I was like, get that out of my head. So needless to say, I put on some worship music and started singing about Jesus instead. That helped a lot. Okay, I just had to put a little bit more mascara on. Definitely needed a good like 2 coats of that one because I'm not wearing falsies. So I need that extra definition. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use some concealer, but today I'm just gonna use this Radiant Concealer in the shade Light. So let me show you something really fast. I'm not gonna use like the average like liquid concealer. A lot of times I don't even use that. I'll just use a lighter foundation. But today I'm gonna use the Radiant Concealer in the shade Light because it really kind of gives a luminous look under the eyes. And I don't have any darkness underneath today that I need to conceal necessarily. So I just wanna brighten up. And with this being a creamy formula, you know, it's just gonna have that nice kind of natural finish to it like I wanted to achieve already with that Serum primer. That word just went out of my head. I was like, what did I put on my face? Where am I? Who are all these people? You guys ever do that? Menopause, man. All right, so I'm just using a fluffy concealer brush. This one is by Real Techniques again. And then I just kind of slice my eyeshadow with it and clean up. Just sharpen it. It's the eyeshadow slicer. Sounds like something that belongs on a middle of the night infomercial. Okay, so you can see how this is really brightened up under my eyes. I'm blending it through. Wow, that brightened up a lot. Holy guacamole. Okay, you guys, that one was the Jafra Royal Radiance Concealer. Jeez, that looks great. Okay, where is my fat fluffy brush? Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I just had to find my brush. And now I'm gonna blend, almost like back blend like I do with my blush. And this is the brush that I used for the darker shade of foundation and for the blush. So it's got a little bit of color left in it, but not really much of anything, because I just want to make sure that that concealer is blending really well. Like they're just kind of melting together really nice. And I love the way this is turning out. What a great kind of like everyday look, right? Okay, I'm gonna do a nude lip liner. This one is actually called the Nudes, I think. Or no, Browns/Nudes. And let me get a magnifying mirror so I can actually see what's going on around here. I'm gonna start at the Cupid's bow. Check it out. And I'm of course overlining. And I'm putting lots and lots of layers because this has got to last today. How many lines did I do right there? Like 8? But it just really helps your lipstick to last longer. I'm telling you guys, like a good lip liner, especially if it's a stay put kind of liner, not like a moist one or a shimmery one, they don't tend to last as long. But a matte lip liner will really create almost like a dam for your lipstick. It really holds it in there. So it's worth the extra time to just get a few layers of that stuff on. So let's go ahead and slap on some lipstick. I've just got a nude here. Okay. All right, let me grab my lip gloss. Hold please. All right, I'm gonna add just a little bit of a plum shade right in the middle. And I mixed it with the nude because I can't typically get away with any type of like plum or mauve because they get really dark on me. And I'm not a huge fan of it, of really dark shades on myself. God, I love them on so many women who love like those great like wine colors or even like a deep mauve, but I just don't like those really deep shades on me. So I like to kind of mix neutral and like a berry or a mauve together. And then I'll go ahead and gloss it up. Pretty. A little bit darker than I normally wear, but that's okay because I'm not kissing anybody today, unfortunately. Mr. Alves ain't around, so there ain't no kissing going on. And let's see what's going on with this hair today. Got a lot of gold in my hair lately. It's getting pretty brassy, which I know has a lot to do with hormones. And our water in Arizona is really hard on my hair. So I know I got a lot of that action going on. Let's get some volume here. Ooh, it's nice and feathery today. It's clean, go figure. All right, I think I am good to go. I am gonna do just a little bit more setting spray. Let me get my fan. Now, that setting spray was the one by Jafra also that I used in the beginning because it's more of a lightweight setting spray. It's not, you know, the all-nighter, the glue it to your face, wear it till next week kind of setting spray. All right, I think I'll probably grab a necklace or something because once again, that's a whole lot of exposure for me. Right here and all this, but that's okay. It's pretty warm outside, so I think it's appropriate. Do you believe this is an appropriate look? Let me do a teeth check. All right, I'm good to go. You guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you'll give some of these tips and tricks a try. And this was a very lightweight, simple kind of everyday makeup that I hope you give a try. And I hope you enjoy wearing it around and looking beautiful, because I know I'm going to today. Just a nice, lightweight, out to lunch, nothing to worry about kind of look. You guys, I hope you know that I love and appreciate you. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much to the members of this channel. You guys, you are incredible. I love you and appreciate you. And if you're not yet a member, may I just suggest you become one. It's so much fun. You get private videos, videos just for members. And my level 3 members get an actual private Q&A session with me on Zoom even. So give that a try if that's something you might want to get in with me. And I hope you know that I love and appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone.